What do you think about constitutional modification in Congo?
Uh, First of all, the modification is lawful. Our constitution can be changed, just like any constitution in the world. There is an article in our constitution that cannot be changed. That's Article 220. The constitution is very clear about that. It cannot be changed. Therefore, there is no question about a third mandate for President Joseph Kabila. I don't know why there's this fight that has been going on for so many months concerning that article. President Joseph Kabila cannot represent himself, be a candidate for the election in 2016 because the Constitution says so. He has never said that he's going to be a candidate. His party has never said that he is going to be a candidate. It is true that there has been a lot of discussions, a lot of ideas, a lot of debates on TV, on newspapers about the issue. That is true. And it is true that no doubt, undoubtedly some people in the majority wanted that dream to happen. But it simply won't happen because it's not lawful, it's against the Constitution. I think the whole debate here has been about one side trying to make the other side look bad, to worsen their image so that they would look like the bad guys. So the majority is doing the same with the opposition, saying, you see those guys, they don't want to respect the Constitution because they don't want any revision. And the opposition is saying, you see, the majority, they're bad guys because they want the third mandate for Joseph Kabila. And so people are drawn left or right, but at the end of the day, thank God, you have Congolese people who think. And those Congolese people who think, they know it's all about manipulation. So we're not going to be manipulated by one camp or the other. And we're going to clearly say what we think. Yes, the Constitution can be revised. No, Article 220 cannot be touched. Now, the question should be, is it appropriate to have a revision, a modification of the Constitution at this point in time? I say no. Why? First of all, the electoral process is delayed by so many months. The question is, are we going to be able to have good, transparent, just elections for 2016? No. No. The president of the CENI, the Electoral Commission, won't be able to organize good election for 2016. And on top of that, we have financial problems to finance those elections. And on top of that, you want to generate a revision of the Constitution. No way. The objectives are not going to be reached. So therefore, it is not appropriate in terms of timing and in terms of budget to have a modification of the Constitution at this point in time. Therefore, how do we move forward? I suggest that once again, as I've done it with the co-mediation with President John Kufuor, as I did it with the pre-dialogue in South Africa, once again, as a mediator, in a spirit of consensus, I say we need to have a dialogue. A dialogue with the majority, the opposition, and the civil society. The same message again and again. Dialogue, dialogue, dialogue. Consensus, consensus, consensus. So that we get a common framework, a common agreement with a change of leadership and structure of the Electoral Commission. Because nowadays, to tell you the truth, nobody believes that this commission and this leadership is able to lead us to a fair, transparent election in 2016. So we need to change that. I hear those who support the CENI, including some international organizations, they are afraid of the change because they think it's going to cost more money, change is never good in the middle of a course, and so on and so on. Well, I prefer to have a change now in the Electoral Commission, the CENI, and have fair, transparent elections later on, rather than to keep the boat as it's going, because this boat is going nowhere. That means, once again, thousands, millions of dead bodies, Congolese, fathers, mothers, children, instability. Who wants instability in Central Africa? No one. Who wants instability in Congo with a sexual genocide? No one. yet another war. Nobody. So let's sit together around the table, majority, opposition, civil society, not with an international mediators. We had our independence in 1960. Now it's 2016. How long are we going to continue to call on foreigners to come and solve our problems? No. I think we are mature enough, we have enough good people, intelligent people, honest people in our country who can lead that mediation. I said I'm available now that I've been back to the country. We're back in Kinshasa with my family, my wife, my children. I'm available if my help is needed to lead that mediation. But we need a Congolese mediation, and we need a united front to go to the election so that each camp can defend its own views and we can have peaceful elections like we have in many other African countries. Talk about Botswana, talk about South Africa, talk about Namibia, talk about Zambia. Gosh, for 50 years, no wars in Zambia. Just name those countries. Talk about Tanzania, talk about Senegal. Why should we continue to paint the negative image of Africa by continuing to promote this kind of spirit of division and of war? No. It's time to stop that. That Congo should take its responsibility of leadership in Central Africa, the richest country in the world. Well, we must also show that we are able to manage ourselves and lead our people to a peaceful solution for a peaceful life. Thank you.